his once noble spirit consumed by a ravenous hunger for power. As the darkness tightened its grip on Giza's heart, Mwanga realized with a heavy heart that his brother was beyond salvation. In the ancient African kingdom of Bondi, there lived a couple named Subira and Rodi. Despite their deep love for each other, their hearts ached with sorrow, for they were unable to conceive a child. Desperate for a blessing from the gods, they sought guidance from the blind prophetess Mocho, whose words were said to be woven with the threads of fate. Mocho, with her sightless eyes, listened to the whispers of the spirits and uttered a prophecy that echoed through the realm. She foretold that Subira and Rodi would be blessed with twins, born under the light of a golden moon, but their arrival would herald both great joy and great strife. Months passed, and the prophecy unfolded as Mocho had foreseen. Subira's womb swelled with life, and the twins began their journey of rivalry even before they took their first breath. In the darkness of the womb, Mwanga, the good twin, radiated warmth and light, while Giza, the evil twin, cast a shadow that seemed to devour the surrounding light. As the time of their birth approached, the heavens themselves seemed to tremble with anticipation. On a night when the moon bathed the land in a golden glow, Subira's labor began. The air crackled with magic, and the earth seemed to hold its breath as the twins fought their way into the world. With a cry that echoed through the kingdom, Mwanga emerged first, bathed in the gentle light of the golden moon. His presence filled the room with a sense of peace and serenity. But as Giza followed, a darkness clung to him like a shroud, and his arrival was accompanied by a storm that raged outside, as if the very elements themselves mourned his birth. From that moment on, the rivalry between the twins only intensified. Mwanga grew into a child of pure heart and noble spirit, his golden aura shining bright even in the darkest of times. But Giza, fueled by jealousy and malice, embraced the darkness that clung to him, his every action dripping with deceit and cunning. Subira and Rodi watched with a mixture of pride and fear as their sons grew, knowing that the prophecy spoke of both great blessings and great trials to come. And as the twins embarked on their fateful journey, the kingdom of Bondi held its breath, waiting to see what the future held for Mwanga and Giza. As the kingdom of Bondi basked in the fleeting moment of calm before the storm, a sinister presence lurked in the shadows, watching, waiting. A dark sorcerer, shrouded in mystery and malevolence, emerged from the depths of the ancient forest, his eyes gleaming with an unholy light as he gazed upon the twin brothers, Mwanga and Giza. Driven by an insatiable thirst for power, the sorcerer saw in the rivalry between the twins an opportunity too tempting to resist. With whispers of deceit and promises of dominion, he preyed upon Giza's deepest insecurities and desires, leading him down a path paved with darkness and despair. Despite Mwanga's valiant efforts to pull his brother back from the brink, Giza's soul was already tainted by the demon of envy and destruction that had taken root within him. With each passing moment, Giza's transformation accelerated, his once noble spirit consumed by a ravenous hunger for power. As the darkness tightened its grip on Giza's heart, Mwanga realized with a heavy heart that his brother was beyond salvation. With tears streaming down his face, he watched helplessly as Giza succumbed fully to the demon's influence, his once bright soul now a vessel of darkness and chaos. Realizing the magnitude of the threat that Giza now posed to the kingdom of Bondi and the world beyond, Mwanga knew that he could not face this battle alone. Turning to the wise prophetess Mocho, he sought guidance from the gods themselves, knowing that only divine intervention could hope to quell the storm that was brewing. But as Mwanga and Mocho prepared to embark on their quest for answers, a sense of foreboding hung heavy in the air, for the true extent of Giza's newfound power was yet to be revealed. And as they set out into the unknown, the fate of Bondi and the future of the Golden Twins hung in the balance, leaving the kingdom teetering on the edge of oblivion. As the days passed, Giza's transformation into the vessel of darkness accelerated, his once human form contorting and shifting until he resembled more demon than man. His skin turned ashen, his eyes glowed with an unholy fire, and horns twisted from his forehead, marking him as a creature of nightmares. Under the guidance of the evil sorcerer, Giza's powers grew exponentially, his every action furthering the sorcerer's sinister agenda to merge the realms of the living and the dead, bringing hell itself to the doorstep of the kingdom of Bondi. Meanwhile, Mocho and Mwanga, burdened with the weight of their impending battle, sought guidance from the gods themselves. In a vision granted to them by divine intervention, they were instructed to seek out a sacred totem hidden by the river, its ancient powers capable of granting them the strength they would need to confront the impending evil. Under the light of the full moon, Mocho and Mwanga ventured into the depth of the wilderness, their hearts filled with resolve and determination. Upon reaching the totem, they drank from its waters, feeling a surge of divine energy course through their veins, filling them with renewed purpose and strength. As they stood before the totem, the god spoke to them once more, revealing a sacred chant that would transform Mwanga into a god warrior, imbued with the power to combat the darkness that threatened to consume their world. With the chant upon their lips and the totem's power coursing through their beings, Mocho and Mwanga prepared for the battle that lay ahead. But as they braced themselves for the coming storm, a sense of dread washed over them, for they knew that the true test of their strength and courage was yet to come. With Giza's transformation nearing completion and the evil sorcerer's plan drawing closer to fruition, the fate of the kingdom of Bondi and the world beyond hung in the balance, leaving Mocho and Mwanga standing on the precipice of an epic showdown that would determine the very future of existence itself. In the kingdom of Bondi, terror reigned supreme as darkness cast its malevolent shadow over the land. The disappearance of subjects, their bodies discovered in macabre arrangements, sent shivers down the spines of all who dwelled within the realm. Dismembered limbs and organs, arranged with sinister precision, whispered of a lurking evil that stalked the kingdom's streets under the cover of night. But the horrors did not end there. Crops withered and decayed, their once lush fields now barren wastelands haunted by the specter of famine. And amidst the desolation, the cries of mourning mothers pierced the air as stillbirths became a cruel reality, robbing the kingdom of its future and plunging it into a state of despair. Giza and the malevolent sorcerer reveled in the chaos they had unleashed, their dark powers fueling the ritual that would bring forth the dark night and seal the kingdom's fate. With each passing moment, the portal drew closer to completion, its ominous presence casting a pall over the land. With the kingdom teetering on the brink of destruction, Mwanga and Mocho knew that they could not afford to hesitate. Guided by the wisdom of the gods, they embarked on a desperate quest to thwart the dark forces that threatened to engulf Bondi in eternal darkness. But as they raced against time to prevent the completion of the portal, a sense of dread washed over them, for they knew that the true battle lay ahead. In the looming confrontation, one twin would emerge as the kingdom's salvation, while the other would become its harbinger of destruction. As Mocho and Mwanga braced themselves for the final showdown, the fate of Bondi hung in the balance, leaving the kingdom and its people standing on the precipice of oblivion. And as they prepared to face their darkest hour, a chilling realization dawned upon them: the battle of the twins would not only decide the fate of the kingdom, but the very fabric of reality itself. At the edge of the world, where the two realms met in a clash of light and darkness, Mwanga stood poised for the final battle. In his hands, he wielded the powerful spear gifted to him by the riverside, its divine essence pulsating with energy as it awaited the moment of reckoning. With the portal now complete and the dark night poised to emerge, Giza and the sorcerer stood at its threshold, their eyes ablaze with anticipation as they prepared to unleash hell upon the kingdom of Bondi. But Mwanga, the god warrior, would not falter in the face of such darkness. With a mighty roar, he charged forward, his every movement guided by the divine power coursing through his veins. Giza and the sorcerer, taken aback by Mwanga's unyielding resolve, found themselves unable to withstand his onslaught. With swift and decisive strikes, Mwanga subdued them, his spear glowing with the intensity of 1,000 suns as it pierced through their defenses. But even as victory seemed within his grasp, a new threat emerged from the depths of the portal: the Dark Knight, a towering figure of blazing fury, his molten form wreathed in flames as he unleashed torrents of lava and thunder upon Mwanga. Yet Mwanga, empowered by the sacred chants he had recited with Mocho, stood firm against the onslaught. With each blow, he grew stronger, his resolve unshakable as he faced the embodiment of darkness itself. With a final, desperate gambit, Mwanga plunged his spear into the heart of the Dark Knight, the divine weapon piercing through the demon's fiery exterior and striking at the very essence of its being. Though the demon did not perish, it was banished back into the depth of the portal, dragging Giza and the sorcerer with it into the abyss from whence they came. But victory came at a cost, for Mocho, the selfless prophetess, knew that the portal must be sealed to save humankind. With a heavy heart, she sacrificed herself, leaping into the portal's depths to ensure its closure and the salvation of the kingdom. As the lands began to heal and the subjects rejoiced in their newfound peace, Mwanga could not shake the sense of heartbreak that weighed upon him. Though the war had been won, he mourned the loss of his twin and the selfless sacrifice of Mocho. But amidst the sorrow, there was hope. For in recognition of his bravery and leadership, the subjects proposed that Mwanga marry the king's daughter, elevating him to the status of prince and placing him next in line to lead Bondi as its king. And so, as the seasons passed, Mwanga ascended to the throne, his reign marked by justice, honor, and a steadfast dedication to bringing prosperity to the kingdom of Bondi. And though the scars of war would never fully heal, they served as a reminder of the sacrifices made for the greater good, and the enduring legacy of those who had fought to protect the realm. Thank you for watching my captivating YouTube video delving into the rich tapestry of African tales. If you found yourself enchanted by the stories and wisdom shared, don't forget to spread the magic by liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. Hit that notification bell to ensure you never miss out on another mesmerizing tale or thought-provoking journey through cultures and legends. Together, let's keep the spirit of storytelling alive and thriving.